Alright people, it's time for us to do something a little bit different, but also somewhat familiar. We're diving into Destiny 2, and today we are going to grind for a pinnacle weapon, specifically the Hush bow from Gambit. It's pretty ironic that after skipping almost the entirety of the Season of the Drifter because I dislike Gambit, the pinnacle weapon that I'm most interested in the new season, the Season of Opulence, requires me to grind a lot of Gambit. So we're going to get in there, we're going to grind it out, we're going to struggle a little bit, but it'll all be worth it once I get this bow, because the bow is my favorite weapon type in the game. Before we queue up, let's just take a quick look at the loadout I'm using, trying something a little bit different. We're using the No Turning Back kinetic bow, the Jotun fusion rifle, and the Outrageous Fortune grenade launcher. For the exotic armor piece, I'm going to mess around with the chromatic fire a little bit. I don't really like this exotic because I don't find the effect to be valuable enough, but I want to see what it's like if it helps me secure any more kills. If there's big groups of clumped up enemies, maybe I can get a nice crispy headshot and create a big old explosion with it. So let's get out there and see what we can do. If I don't like it, I'm going to change it. Alright, I'm taking off the chromatic fire. It's just as bad as I remember it. If you like the chromatic fire, you have bad taste. So, I've switched over to the Getaway Artist. This allows me to charge up my grenade and turn it into an arc soul that will rapid fire at enemies. This is significantly more valuable than occasionally dealing a very small amount of damage to a single enemy that gets caught in the blast of my precision kills. Oh boy, let's try not to die. Let's pull back and put up our rift. That ogre needs to go. There we go. There are some blockers on our plate, so I'm going to run back and deal with those with the Jotun. If I can find it. It's trying to hide. There we go. And another one. DJ Khaled would be proud. Alright, thankfully I had a teammate with me doing some nice cleanup there. Alright, so the plate's been cleared out. We are currently draining some motes. I think somebody went in the invasion portal. It'd be nice if they did. I generally don't invade, so this gameplay might be a little bit boring for somebody who was expecting elite PvP kills. That's just not me. I'm not really a hardcore PvP guy. I'm not horrible at PvP, but I'm not great at it, so I generally try to stay away from the invasion portal and stick to what I'm decent at, which is killing PvE stuff. Now there is an invader on the field, and I've got a lot of motes, so he's probably looking for me. So, oh, somebody killed him. That's perfect. So I'm gonna go run to the bank as quickly as I can to get these 15 motes in. My team is putting in work right now. I respect these guys. Bang. Alright, let's go into the next area. Charge up another grenade. Oh, those witches are a problem. Let's pull back so we don't die. Let's hit him with the Jotun from range. That'll pop the shield and do a big chunk of damage as well. I'm not going in there. I think there was a... yeah, there's a wanted enemy over here. I'm going to try and kill him, because he will give me a medal if I do, which will help progress my quest. There we go, Value Hunter. That is exactly what I want to do. I want to get medals and win games. Another blocker on the plate. Running low on Jotun bullets. I'll try and save the rest of those. Invaders here, but managed to bank just in time. I'm hustling. I may not like Gambit, but I'm pretty okay at it. I know how it works. Hey. Let's not do that. Where'd he go? Oh, he's gonna get away. That's fine. Well, he didn't get me. Screw it, I'll go in the portal. YOLO. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna get this guy. Where'd he go? There he is. That's one. That's two. Granted, these guys don't have any motes, so this isn't super valuable, but it's fine. I'm just gonna take a seat. And there we go. We got 2 kills. Sort of delayed them a little bit by, putting them on their respawn timer, but didn't have a huge impact on the game because we didn't deny any moats, but that's okay. So get rid of that big old ogre. Ooh, let's not die. Let's not die. Okay, so this is going pretty well. Our plate is going to get flooded with blockers in a little bit because the other team has a lot of moats to bank. But assuming some of my teammates have their super left, we should be able to deal with them with relative ease. So you know what, I'll fire, you know, we got to go in and kind of deal with this. Because all these blockers on the plate are just going to fire at us while we're trying to do damage, and it's super annoying. There we go, we dealt with it. Alright, now I'm completely out of special ammo, and I've only got 6 shots of heavy ammo, so this is going to be a bit of a struggle. Okay, I do have my super, but I'm going to save it until we have more stacks of Primeval Slayer, because right now it's not going to do all that much. What I can do, you know what, it seems like my team is burning pretty well, so let's hustle a little bit. Maybe it's not enough. It's not enough. It's close though. It's close. I saw them putting out a lot of damage, so I wanted to try and compete. So very close. That's painful. Let's do it. Can we get the win? Please? No. No, we can't. Well, these things happen sometimes. So let's go ahead and do another one. That wasn't so bad. We got a decent number of kills, did some alright damage. The chromatic fire is just as bad as I remember it, but I do enjoy the getaway artist. I just have to remember to keep it up all the time. It is possible to have 100% uptime on it, so I'm going to try and keep that in mind going into the next one. Alright, we are into game number 2. This go around, we're fighting the Scourge? The Scorn? I always forget what these guys are called. Because I'll tell you what it is. When this enemy type was first introduced with the Forsaken expansion, I thought the enemy type that was going to be released was going to be called the Forsaken. But they're called the Scorn. Right? I think that's how that works. Alright, so we got blockers coming into the plate right now. We've got to deal with these so that we can bank. Thankfully, it's just a goblin, but of course, another one is going to come. Got teammates here helping out, though, so this is going to get cleared off very quickly. But possibly not quick enough. Reloading the Jotun takes a little bit too long. Got the bank just in time. The getaway artist helped me deal some extra damage to the blocker while I was reloading, and I didn't get eyes on the invader quick enough. This game is probably going to be a pretty big loss. But the one thing that I enjoy the most about Gambit is that it does force you to PvE pretty aggressively, which can be fun, but it's just the invasion can be annoying and frustrating. I got caught out of position there. I wasn't close enough to cover to really hide from that guy effectively, but invasion just tilts me really hard, and there's some skill involved in it, but when you've got an overshield and wall hacks and heavy ammo, I just roll my eyes every time I get killed by an invader, and I roll my eyes a little bit whenever I kill someone as an invader. I find it a little bit annoying. I just find it a little bit annoying. Now I'm getting sucked. The invader's here again. It is what it is. Okay, we're going to move on to another round. We're going to take that defeat. We're just going to, roll with the punches here. I'm going to do one more match, and we'll see how it goes. Vex on the field. Not feeling so good about it. I don't like fighting Vex with a bow without explosive head, so I'm going to go ahead and change my no turning back from snapshot sights to explosive head. I find it very difficult to hit Vex in their crit spot with a bow. Maybe it's just me, but if anybody else feels that way, you do be sure to let me know in the comments below. Yeah, this quest, like all the pinnacle weapon quests in Destiny 2, is a meat grinder. You get in, you do your grind, and then you get your weapon. It's tedious, it's time consuming. It can be a bit frustrating if you're trying to do it as quickly as possible, but you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. So I'm just gonna be pretty much body shotting all of these Vex. But what's cool about the getaway artist is that it will soften them up, and then I can finish them with a body shot with relative ease. I don't even think I'll need a full draw to finish them off with a body shot. So let's go into the portal to go to the other side. And let's bring out our Arc Soul again and start doing some work. The getaway Arc Soul is stealing my kills just a little bit, but that's okay. We got a big Hydra to deal with, but I have 13 motes. I feel like I should go bank. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the bank. Let's reload this Jotun before we get there. And sliding into home base. Come on, put something in there. Put something in. Oh, he doesn't have anything. Put something. Yeah, there you go. Send that big boy. What is he gonna do? He doesn't have anything. Okay. Somebody gonna go? You gonna go? Nope. Well, I guess it's all up to me. Let's go ahead and eat the Arc Soul and go for broke. Let's just kind of fire into the distance. Yeah, that was very bullshit. I feel like I shouldn't have even killed that guy. I could have most 100% definitely played that a lot smarter, but it is what it is. Okay, we have a tremendous lead right now. What is going to happen, though, pretty soon is our plate is going to get decently flooded with enemies. The first one is in, and another one should come pretty soon after that, but my team is cleaning it up. Here we go. The first invader is here. And I did see a wanted enemy that I want to kill for the metal. So let's activate our getaway and then blast him to smithereens. We'll cut it off early so we can save some super energy. Oh, nice. This gave me a full 15. This is perfect, so I can go send a really big boy. Does anybody else have motes to bank? I don't think so. Well, that's fine. No? Oh, somebody already sent the blocker, so we're draining motes right now. That's good. That's very good. Alright, enemy team is not doing a great job of sending over blockers to our plate, so there's nothing that's really slowing us down here. They are probably going to get one more invade before we get to start our damage phase and melt the boss. Yeah, there it is. So in the end, we made a little bit of progress, but there's still a very, very long way to go. We're only at 41% medals earned. That's probably going to be the hardest part to complete. But the bow part is a pretty natural aspect of this quest for me because I enjoy using bows and I would use them whether I was required to or not. Though there is a part of me that's a little bit annoyed that I have to use a bow because sometimes I just want to change weapons. And because of these pinnacle weapon quests, I feel like I can't change weapons. But that's fine. And there we go. That's gonna wrap it up. We had 3 good matches. The second match was a bit of a tragedy, but it's okay. These things happen. You can't win them all, though. It would be nice if you could. Our loadout was powerful. It felt good. The no turning back bow is very slow with a 760 draw time, but the accuracy is very nice. When it is hip fired, it feels very, very crispy. That reticle gets nice and tight. And of course, when it's aimed down sights, it's perfectly accurate. The Jotun has been a favorite of mine for a while. It's great for killing blockers. The damage it does to bosses is pretty good as well. and it's a solid invasion weapon too. So it's playing a multi-purpose role. The Outrageous Fortune, if we're unlucky and don't get a lot of heavy ammo, then we don't get to do a lot of boss damage. But if we can fill this bad boy up to maximum capacity, I believe I get 22 because of my grenade launcher reserve perks on my helmet and my bond, then we rip and tear. We destroy, just koof, 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 sending out those grenades. It's a lot of damage, very great DPS. We, of course, have a boss spec in there. And what's really nice about the field prep perk that we have on, or the field prep trait, I should say, is that even if we don't have access to a rally barricade or a well of radiance, if we crouch down while we're reloading, then our reload is very, very quick. So that'll help us keep our damage on the boss and get more rounds out before the DPS phase ends. It also increases our ammunition reserves by 1, so that's 1 more shot that we get to fire. Also have spike grenades on it, so that's increasing the damage even further, and of course the boss spec as well. Finally, the Getaway Artist, phenomenal exotic. This is definitely my favorite of the Stormcaller exotics. You don't get as much power and damage as you get from the Geomag stabilizers, but you do get a little bit more versatility. This helps with ad clear, so you just eat that grenade, the turret is just going to keep firing. It's going to hit things that maybe you don't even see. It's going to cover your ass a little bit and just provide a nice little bit of extra fluff damage for you while you're ripping and tearing on your own. And it also does increase your damage output when you're fighting a boss. Eat this thing right before you start doing boss damage and you'll get some extra shots out that way. So it's nice. It's a very powerful exotic. I totally recommend using it if you have it. Doesn't work that well in PvP though. The Arc Souls don't track fast moving targets that well. Anyway, with all of that said, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more of me playing Gambit, possibly with different loadouts on different characters, then be sure to let me know and I will oblige you, because I do have a Titan and a Hunter that have gear and they can do cool stuff. I've got builds that I can use for this kind of stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. As always, the name of the game is Destiny 2. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.